everyone, welcome back. It is Angela and you won't believe it, the sun has just come out for us, so I thought I'd get on here and do my little video while I'm waiting for my groceries to arrive. Right, yeah, I couldn't make it to the shops today, so I thought I'd give the delivery thing a try. I've never done it before, so hopefully it all arrives. Right, so what we're going to make today, now you know on a Sunday I like to do a quick project. Well, that didn't happen today. I got myself so wrapped up. I've been faffing around here for hours, just having a nice relaxing time, so it was all good. Anyway, so what I thought I'd do is I was going to take one of my add-on big envelopes and change that into something, but I thought no, when I got going I thought no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something more involved. Of course I am, you know, because it's Sunday and you know I want to spend my whole day doing this. Well, I do, but there are things to do. So I'll stop nattering. I have actually taken my envelope 1 template. Now you know this comes from my exciting envelopes kit. I've just traced it onto a large piece of card. That's what I've done. All right, but this comes together with 2 other envelopes and a long thin one as well with a tag, I think, if I'm correct. Right, so we're going to use that today. I'm going to use this background page for, it actually comes from my mini journal for the Secret Garden. I quite like that as a neutral. I'm going to use that. I have brought here a mini page. So I'm going to use this side of the mini page. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do there. These are 2 to a page. If you take any one of your pages in any other kit that's not mine, print 2 to a page. If you're not sure how to do that, I do actually have a video. If I hope I remember, I will link it in the description box. It's called How to Make the Most of Your Digitals. All right, I did it about 2 years ago. Right, so I've got that. And then you can see I've torn off a piece here of the background paper for the Secret Garden. So this is the lovely gingham one, and then I don't think I'm using that one, am I? No, I am. Okay, so we're going to use this and this first of all. Then on the other side of things, I've just put a little platter together here of the goodies. I've got a 2-inch wide of fabric, a bit of lace, some embellishments, some paper flowers with a button. You do need some kind of, I'm going to use eyelets, but you could use ring reinforcers and a punch. Got a little sentiment there, another bit of lace. A very thin ribbon that you want, 2 die cuts. I've got 4 little flowers there. I have thrown this here, but it's 3 little scrappy bits, and then I fussy cut out these for this project. All right, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. So I've got the other 2 here. We're going to cut out the bicycle. I'll show you what I did there, and a piece of fabric. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I have got some ephemera bits here. So this comes from my ephemera collection, and this comes from my wildflower journal cards, I think it is. This is just 1 sheet. I have printed it in 2 parts. I've enlarged it. So again, you'll find that information on that video, how to make the most of your digitals. All right, so that's there. If you buy this as part of the Flowers and Butterflies printed kit, I've actually done that for you already. All right, so you get the smallest sheets sizes, which are about this size, but then I've given you 2 sheets which are 4 per page of this. All right, so that's also there. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to talk you through quickly how I did the base. So first of all, take your background paper. I've used 2 sheets of paper, these 2. All right, what I did first of all, and I'm not going to do it because I know this is going to be pretty long, I have put my glue on the one side and I've stuck it together with this piece. So wrong sides together. All right, that's the first thing you want to do, like we did the other day. So get that down. Then what I did was I was very mindful that there is a font on here, and you want to make sure that you've got it upright, all right. And then I took this template and I laid it on the top of this when it was stuck together, traced around it with a pencil and cut that out. Once I've cut it out, you then just want to make your score marks there on the corners, yeah, and score those. So that's what I did. All right, so that's where we are with that. All of that will save us lots of time. This is what I've done. Okay, so there we go. Stuck the two together. The writing is upright like that, so that's the flap that you want to put on the left. I've got these, I've scored all of my lines, I've inked this, I've cut it out, and that's what we have there. Okay, this is a bit creased there, but don't worry, we will be covering that bit up with something else. So that's what we've got, so that's great. Now what I want to do is we're going to make a little bit of a folio with these flappy bits here. I will get to that. I first want to do the front, so go and fold it all up like that. There's an envelope after all, and make sure you've got the writing in the correct way, so the writing is upright. If you do it that way, your writing is going to be upside down. Not that you're going to see much of it, to be fair. All right, so let's get cracking. The voice is going. I have taken a little bit of that gingham, I've torn it out by hand, and it's going to fit sort of like this. All right, then what I did was I went and cut out that shape there with one of my funny circles because I can't find the other. But I was quite happy. I cut it out like that. All right, so that's what I've done. Then I took these bits that were remaining, so like this. So I've cut that bit out. I fussy cut these, 3 of these, that one, and that one. All right. So that's what I want you to do there. So we have that bit, and then we've got these 2 bits that I have fussy cut out. This is the one in the corner, and this is the one at the bottom. All right, so that's what we've got there. Then what I did was, oh, and I put this here just to show you, because I know someone's going to ask me. These are the dies I've used. This is a Gemini die set. It's called Scalloped Edge Circle 2. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to find this anywhere. It is a struggle, but have a look. Scalloped Edge Circle 2 is what this is. All right, and I love this. Okay, so that's what it is. I took the, which one is this now? Excuse me. This is 2 3/4 inches wide, and then I took the next size up and I cut out a piece of fabric so that when you put that on there, it's like 1/2 inch bigger. Yeah, 1/2 inch bigger. So that's what I've done. So I've cut the fabric on my die cut machine. You can use plain circles, guys. You don't have to use what I've got. This, I can't find my circle dies since I moved. It's just, they've disappeared. They're hidden somewhere. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm just going to size this up quickly. I don't want to get it onto that edge there, but it doesn't matter what goes over this edge here. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And I want to make sure nothing exceeds that edge there, and I'm just placing this here so I can see where exactly I need to put that. Okay, so that's not the order we're going to stick things down, but I'm just giving myself a bit of a indication. Right, obviously that needs to be straight as well. Right, so we've got this bit over here, and I think that's the first piece that we are going to stick down, and I'm going to grab my pencil. Where are you? So get my pencil. I just want to make a little mark over here and over here, just so that I know where that needs to go, because that's important. Right, I'm just thinking there's nothing that needs to go below this. Think, Angela. Right, I'm grabbing my Bailey Arts glue, which is working like a dream at the minute. So happy. So far, so good. We'll see how we progress. Oh gosh, I still haven't written the date on the back of this bottle, but I will do that. Right, so we've got that there, and I'm going to stick it where those marks are. So I think that's about where I want it, there or thereabouts. Okay, so we've got that down, happy with that. Now we want to stick down our fabric, but this is where my layering needs to, I need to be mindful of that. Right, so I have got those 2 die cuts over here, and they need to go below this. They can go on top. I mean, that's not a crisis, but again, we need to just be mindful. I was wanting it to fill up in that corner a little bit, and this is why I do keep going backwards and forwards. I think that's okay. Right, so again, I'm going to just make a little mark where we are with this. Okay, let's get this little bit stuck down. So I'm going to put some glue on here. I'm looking where those little marks are so I don't get it wrong. Now again, you can just, if you don't have a die cut machine, just draw a circle or shape with a shape that you have in either, you know, dressmaker's pen, I think you call it, or, you know, a pencil, and just cut around it. It doesn't have to be my shape. Right, now this one is going to go that way. Now don't mind if things go over that side, although we try not to do it. I'm going to stick that down ever so quickly. Get these down. So these are just a couple of die cuts. You know, I kept adding things and adding things. Oh, I just didn't stop today. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was going on and on and on. All right, so let's get that towards the top side there. Yeah. Abby, stop bleating. And then this little one as well. Right, I did want to tell you guys, thank you so much for your lovely support for the bundles that went into the shop. I did have people saying that they were gone in no time, and I can only apologize. I did put quite a few in. However, the people that did manage to get hold of them have actually got the benefit of being notified first, because they have signed up to the newsletter on my website. Now, to sign up to the newsletter, when you go onto my website from Fresh, if you have not signed up already, it will bring up a big pink block that says sign up to our newsletter. All right, so that is my newsletter, and I promise it's not there to spam you with a load of nonsense. I wouldn't be impressed myself. It's there. While I'm sticking this down, guys, I'm going to just stick this over there like that. It's there just to let you know of when I have sales or anything new, or if you're on a if you're waiting for a replenishment of something. All of that's going to help you know when I go and press that button to say I have restocked whatever it is that you're wanting, or anything new. All right, and then I put that together with all the pictures and everything so you can see, and the links so that you can go there if you want to take a look. So that's how people are getting there before you, if you're not signed up to that. So think about it. I'm not, as I said, it's not a case of I want to spam you with a load of nonsense. I know that's irritating and I would be annoyed, but I promise you it's nothing like that at all. It's just really to notify you, like Etsy would notify you if I did something put something new out or on sale. So have a little think. Yes, and then of course, you know, those people. And I do that at about 3 or 4 hours before I actually put my video out. So that's what it's about, if you're interested. Now I've got this little bit of lace here, and I'm putting this on because I want it to go underneath there. But I need to just trim this quickly, and I think think I'm going to put that into my fold line. So I think I'm going to just take a bit off here. There we go. And again, that's going to go at the top. I've got one little bit of a sentiment I tore off. So let's just get that there. Move this a little bit down. There we go. Yeah. We're making a bit of a layers here rather than a bit of texture. This I tore off one of my altered pages that I was working with and had some scraps of. So this is one of the bits there. And I'm going to put that in here, I thought, on the top of that lace actually. So just getting my, yeah, that's where the lace needs to go. So keep checking when you do this kind of thing, just so that you get it in the right place. And I make a lot of pencil marks when I do it. Right, today I'll be glad to know I've got this already upside down, ready to use. So we are going to just turn this around, and I'm going to use my finger here in a minute. So I wanted to just get a little bit smoother and then get the lace up to the edge like that. And I'm just looking at these little dots to line it up a little bit. Right, now I'm going to stick this bit on so that bit can go over that little edge. So we'll do that. Still haven't got my glue pin out the drawer there. Gosh, I get distracted with everything and life just passes me by. Oh, I must tell you the sweetest thing. I saw the two tiniest little birds because it's been raining here a lot. They were foraging in the front of my house, not the back where the bird feeder is. And I went and saw they were looking for little morsels to eat. So I'm mindful of not getting that over the edge there. I think that's the spot. Right, let's do it. And so I put some seeds out for them on my refuse bin, and they were, which is quite close to the window, and I could watch them eating. Oh my gosh, little characters, aren't they? Really close. Where the one by my tree is that you can't see them anywhere near as close as that. So it was just a treat to watch them. So cute. Right, so we've got that there. It's coming together. It's coming together. Right, I'm having fun. I've totally deconstructed this little page, and now we're putting it back together in a different way. But it's a good idea that you can actually do that and use the various elements to make something really pretty and a bit different than just a flat piece of paper. So give you something to think about. Right, let's see now. Not there, a little bit lower, and not over that fold. Cool. Perfect. Loving that. Then I did have these little bits that I want to stick on. I'm going to grab this again, and you see, you don't need to worry about shapes with things because, oh, this is very runny. I wanted to put one, and they're all sticking to me now. Don't stick to me. Two, like that, and then we will just do the opposite on the other side. So I thought I'd do it there and there. Okay, right, so far so good. So that's the front little bit, and I quite like how that looks. Now we're going to put something on this side in a mo. I just want to now open up this side, and I don't want to turn it over because it's wet still. What I wanted to put here was where these little bits are going to go. So I've got these 3 scrappy bits which I've just torn off my scraps. So this dandelion seedlings, a little bit of green lace paper, and again another piece of a scrap from my book pages that we were the altered ones, and I wanted to just arrange that like that somehow, and put that on top. So it's just a case of finding out how I want to arrange that. Yes, okay, let's give it a go. So we'll put a little bit of glue there. We'll put this piece like that. And then, right. Okay, very messy. Right, we're going to stick that there, and then we're going to get that over the top. This is just, we're making a little clustery bit here for a writing spot on the underside of this page, just so that doesn't look like we forgot about it. And that's going to go just like that. There we go. And then this little bit, again, fussy cut, this one, sorry, and I'm going to just stick it like that. I hope you're having a great weekend and you've managed to fit in some crafting time. I was just saying to one of my subscribers in the YouTube comments that, gosh, who thought that this summer we would spend so much time inside with all the rain and things we're having? So yeah, I hear you guys. It's been, I suppose we shouldn't complain. I'm not complaining, but I really didn't think we would be indoors as much as we've been. So that's quite something. Right, so we've got this now, and because we've put 2 sheets of paper here, this is nice and sturdy. That is going to close like that. Yeah. And you can write a little note on the back there. On the inside here, what I want to do is I want to open these flaps up and I want to put on eyelets. So I'm going to just use this just to gauge, really. Right, I'm going to put one over here, and one in the middle, which is over here. Yeah. There or thereabouts, might be a bit higher, but we will get to the crocodile and check it out. Right, so let's do it a bit higher. And then I've got these little eyelets that I got. We Are Memory Makers, Keepers, that thing with a crocodile. They're on my Amazon list. So, oops. So you want to just put those in there. You can use any color, or as I say, ring reinforcers and a punch would work as well. And now you want to do the same on the other side. So again, I think one over there, one over there, and one over there. Okay, so that's the upright position. That's the bits there. What we're going to do now is I'm going to grab my ribbon. This is a nice fine ribbon. You can use baker's twine or whatever else you have. And then I want to just thread this through. Right, so what I've done is I've just threaded this like a shoelace really, and we're going to be able to tie a little bow over here. So this is just 1 meter of ribbon that I included in, I can't remember if it was the Secret Garden bundle or the mini one, the mini version, one of those bundles, but there is one in each, I think. Okay, so we've got that, perfect. And then we're going to be able to put these bits in here. So this doesn't fit right up to the edge, and it won't be closing here like this. So I've just taken the ephemera, and you can slide it in here. We're going to use this as a little spot to house our ephemera in a different way. So this one goes, I mean, really you could tie the bow afterwards, but it's right. So there we go. That's perfect. That's all intact. Nothing on there. You could put a secret note on there, and that's all good to go. what we want to do now is we want to come to the other side over here. So I've got the other piece of this mini page. When you cut it in half, this is the bit on the top, and the one we just used in the front here is the one at the bottom. All right, so the page looks like that and like that. That's what it looks like. Right, so I've taken the top bit here and I've inked that all up. I want to use this flap now, and then what I'm going to do is I want to just get a little bit of decoration on the bottom. Gosh, stumbling over my words here. Right, so that can come off, and so can that. What we want to do here is I've taken 2 inches of fabric, right, from that bundle, which looks beautiful with this, and I've just folded it in half. And the reason I've done that is so that when you're turning this over, you're going to see the fabric, the nice side on both sides. I was going to gather it, but then I thought, no, it's going to make it too bulky. Oh, I wondered why I couldn't see very well. I haven't got my glasses on. They're downstairs. Right, so what I'm going to do is I want to just stick this a little bit together. So just a little bit. Now this is very fine fabric, very thin. It's the lovely lawn fabric. So I want to just put very little glue on there just to keep it together, really, until I stick it into my little piece here. Then I'm going to put, gosh, is that the right side? Check you've got it on the right side before you do this. Then just want to fit this into the corner there, like that, and I'm lapping it like 1/4 of an inch, 1/3 of an inch really. Have I got that straight? I think so. I'm going to trim the end off a little bit. I just want to make sure I've got it straight first. Yeah, I think I do. And I'm going to just trim that off there. Right. And now while I've got it there, I thought I'd put a little bit of lace over that. Because once you've got it in, then you can see where you are for the lace to peek out. And you can put the lace on the top if you would prefer, but I'm going to put it underneath of glue there just to keep it in place. That's all. Over there, like that. And hopefully with Fabri-Tac you can move it. So I got it a little bit too much into the corner there, so we can just get that down, move it out. So you've got time to move it where you want it, which is great. So I'm just holding that down, and then I can just pull that so I've got the little line sticking out. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then turn it over. Like this. Keep that little bit. All right, so I've got that stuck down, and I was going to sew this, but I've changed my mind because I want to get this stuck on here, the top bit. So I'm going to put some glue just over the edge there. So about 1/4 of an inch thick really. And then I'm going to just open that up and stick that. So I'm just lining that up there. And I'm going to just get that stuck down on there. So I've got it 1/2 inch away from the fold line on this flap. Now at this point you could go and stitch that. We'll see how we go. And then turn it over and get your glue on that side. And then of course you want to get your glue on this side. Like that, and now you should be able to meet those two up pretty well. Alright, so you've got a pocket there now, and you've got your fabric looking pretty on both sides. like that. So that's going to close. I know it's all complicated. I'm going to show you how I'm going to keep that closed in a moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a paper clip. So similar to what we did the other day, I've used my 1 1/4 inch punch now because, as I said, the other one's broken. And I'm going to just stick that on the top and this one underneath. So I'm going to put one underneath the smaller flap in the middle there. Yeah, and then I'm going to stick this on top. Just meet those two up. Here we go, there we go, all good. Just take your dauber, put some ink on the edges, and then I'm going to take my little flower bit and I'm going to stick it on the top there. Use a magnet. I was going to use one of these, but I thought, no, I'm just going to make it easy. Not everybody's got a magnet. So yeah, all I'm going to do now is just to keep this flap closed is just to slide that altered paper clip over there like that. All right, and that's easily removed. Now you've got your little pocket in there. You've got your writing space, your secret stash for all your goodies. And that's just going to slide onto the top there and keep it closed. You could put one there as well if you want, but I'm not going to. Then this is, it's got the flap at the bottom there, just there. So we can now put that into our journal. So if I take this like this, so this is this one with the birdies. I've opened it up to this page here. So just after the green. I'm going to put this in here like that. I'm going to get the flap there in the center so that it is like this, right? And then you've got your flap, there we go. And then that's going to have this little piece on the other side. And I'm going to put a tag in there, which I'm going to make on Tuesday. So those can go in there. And I might end up putting another paper clip there. I'll see how I go. And then that's going to look really lovely and really pretty on this page over here. Yeah, really pretty. There we go. So that's our little project for today, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it. It became more involved as I was going along. So I didn't intend it to be, but it did sort of go that way. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think and give it a go, because, you know, this could look good in any theme. Right, and that's me for Sunday. I'm going to go and have a nice cup of tea now. My groceries did arrive, so that's good. That was really speedy too. So I'm desperate for some lunch and a cup of tea, and I'll see you all again on Tuesday. Have a great weekend now, what remains of it, and a good week ahead. See you all soon. Bye bye.